Here's the lowdown on George Orwell's Animal Farm, chapters 1 through 3, told the way your most plugged-in friend might recap it over a streaming session or a chaotic group chat. So, picture this, we're on this crusty farm called Manor Farm, owned by a dude named Jones. He's the walking definition of washed up. Like, think about the guy who never wins in Mario Kart and blames the controller, that's Jones, but with farming. Anyway, all the animals are stuck in this grind. They're slaving away, getting zilch in return except the occasional scrap. Total NPC energy from Jones, right? Enter Old Major. This dude's the Obi-Wan of the barnyard. He's this wise old boar with a vibe like he's seen all the seasons of life and then some. One night, he gathers everyone for a secret TED Talk in the barn, like, full-on rebellion vibes already. Major starts spitting bars about how humans are the ultimate villains, calling them lazy freeloaders who do nothing but steal animal vibes and hard work. The way he breaks it down, it's like humans are the final boss in some dystopian RPG, and the animals? They're the underdog party about to level up. He hits them with a vision of utopia, no humans, just animals living their best lives, eating all the food they grow, and vibing without the oppressive overlords. To cap it off, he sings this banger called Beasts of England, and it's like a rally cry mixed with a sea shanty. Even the skeptical animals are like, okay, this slaps. Fast forward a few days, old Major yeets himself out of existence, spoiler, he dies, leaving the animals hyped but also kinda confused. They're like, cool speech, but how do we actually pull off this revolution? Enter the next-gen leaders, Snowball, Napoleon, and Squealer, 3 pigs who decide they're about to turn this dream into reality. Snowball's the ideas guy, super creative and energetic, basically the anime protagonist. Napoleon? Kinda shady, low-key sus, but everyone listens because he's got this quiet, intimidating boss energy. And Squealer? Oh, he's the mouthpiece. The hype guy. Think of him as that one friend who can convince you that pineapple on pizza is peak cuisine. Anyway, the pigs start teaching the squad about rebellion. They even dumb it down for the less brainy animals, looking at you, sheep, breaking the idea into, like, slogans and memes they can chant later. The energy's building, and the animals are ready to throw hands. Cue Jones being peak loser again, he's so drunk and useless he forgets to feed them one day. Rookie mistake. The animals finally snap. Fueled by pure rage and vibes, they charge the humans, yeet them off the farm, and claim Manor Farm as theirs. Victory Royale. The euphoria is real. They rename the place Animal Farm because, they're not working under some human name anymore. This is their server now. Right after the win, the animals are all about securing their dub. Snowball and Napoleon lay down their animal commandments, like their ultimate guidebook for life. Stuff like no animal shall drink alcohol and no animal shall sleep in a bed. The top rule? For legs good, 2 legs bad. It's simple, catchy, and perfect for chanting. The vibe is unity, equality, and sticking it to the man. The pigs even teach themselves to read and write, showing off those main character skills. Snowball paints the commandments on the barn wall for everyone to see, like some medieval patch notes. They dive headfirst into this new life. And when I say everyone's putting in the work, I mean everyone. Boxer the horse? Absolute legend. He's this chill, humble tank who lives by the motto, I will work harder. Literal peak wholesome energy, no questions asked. Meanwhile, Molly the horse? She's more of the cozy gamer type, low effort, high maintenance. She's missing her ribbons and sugar cubes, aka human luxury items, so she's not exactly thriving. The animals start rebuilding the farm, turning it into their dream setup. Snowball's all about teaching everyone to read, holding school sessions for the less literate animals. Let's just say the smarter ones catch on faster, goats, pigs, while others, sheep, are like, can we just stick to chanting slogans? It's a mixed bag, but they're learning. And can we talk about the pigs? They're basically becoming the elite class, but no one's clocking it yet. They're like, we need this milk and apples for brain power. They say it's for the greater good, and the rest of the animals are like, yeah, sure, sounds legit. Squealer does his thing, spinning it like, if the pigs don't get special food, Jones might come back. Emotional manipulation level 100. Still, for now, morale is high. The animals are feeling the glow of freedom and grinding hard to make the farm work. It's not perfect, there's already some low-key drama brewing between Snowball and Napoleon, like 2 rival faction leaders, but most of them are too busy enjoying their post-rebellion freedom to notice. Even the sheep are vibing, ing for legs good, 2 legs bad like it's their new catchphrase. By the end of chapter 3, Animal Farm is thriving in its early days. It's giving new season, new arc energy. The animals feel like they've stepped into a co-op farming sim, with none of the humans ruining the gameplay. But we all know how these utopias go, it's only a matter of time before the drama cranks up, alliances are tested, and the real PvP begins. For now, though, they're riding the high of being their own bosses, and honestly? Same. Alright, buckle up, because chapters 4 through 7 of Animal Farm are where things start getting spicy. We're talking battles, betrayals, and plot twists straight out of a shonen anime arc. The animals are leveling up, but so are the stakes, and trust me, this farm's drama could outdo any reality show. So, after the epic humans yeeted off the farm moment, word about Animal Farm starts spreading like wildfire. The animals' rebellion is all over the countryside, like when a new indie game suddenly blows up on Twitch. Nearby farmers, Pilkington and Frederick, are low-key panicking. They're afraid their own animals might get inspired and start a rebellion expansion pack. Meanwhile, Snowball and Napoleon are busy flexing the farm's success, sending out messenger pigeons like they're starting a grassroots rebellion movement IRL. It's all about propaganda, baby. But then, the humans are like, nah, we're not about to let these animals live their dream, and they roll up to Animal Farm with a full-on raid party. Jones leads the charge with his squad, armed with sticks and guns, looking to take back what he thinks is his turf. This sparks the Battle of the Cowshed, which is the farm's first real PvP showdown. Snowball steps up big time, orchestrating defenses like he's playing a strategy game on God mode. Think Fire Emblem, but with hooves and snouts. Snowball's battle plan is next level. He lures the humans into a trap and ambushes them with an animal army. Boxer the horse is out here serving tank and DPS realness, literally yeeting a dude with his hooves. Snowball gets injured but keeps charging like a true shonen protagonist. By the end, the animals win, and Jones and his squad retreat, looking like total scrubs. The vibe is victorious as the animals hold a mini-award ceremony, giving Snowball the Animal Hero, first-class title. It's all sunshine and victory screeches, for now. But you know who's not exactly basking in the glow? Napoleon. He's eyeing Snowball like he just lost the last slice of pizza to him. The rivalry between these two is heating up faster than a speedrun glitch war. Snowball's got these big dreams of building a windmill to automate farm work and make life easier for everyone, while Napoleon's like, nah, this sounds dumb, but offers zero counter ideas. Classic hater behavior. Things come to a head at the next big animal meeting. Snowball's giving this rousing speech about the windmill, pulling in supporters like a charismatic D&D bard. Napoleon, though? He's been grinding his own shady strat. He's got a secret squad of massive dogs, basically his private military. Out of nowhere, Napoleon's dogs rush Snowball like they're storming the final boss room, chasing him off the farm completely. GG, no re. With Snowball gone, Napoleon crowns himself the one true leader. He pulls a power move and cancels all future meetings. Instead, decisions will now be made by a pig-exclusive committee, aka Napoleon and his cronies. It's giving totalitarian vibes, but the animals are too shocked, and kinda scared, to fight back. Squealer, Napoleon's PR manager, spins the narrative like, Snowball was SUS all along. He was totally working with Jones to ruin us. Also, the windmill? That was actually Napoleon's idea. Gaslight, gatekeep, pig boss. Napoleon moves forward with the windmill project, though, which leaves the animals scratching their heads like, wasn't he just against this? But whatever, it's build time now. Boxer, being the ultimate himbo workhorse, steps up with his new motto, Napoleon is always right, and grinds harder than a no-life MMO player. The rest of the animals are working too, but Boxer's carrying, literally. Then disaster strikes. A massive storm hits the farm, and the windmill gets obliterated. Everyone's devastated, but Napoleon comes in with an emergency hot take, this wasn't the storm. This was sabotage, and guess who's to blame? Snowball! Suddenly, Snowball's the ultimate boogeyman, blamed for everything from broken windmills to bad weather. The animals, already stressed and overworked, just kind of go with it because questioning Napoleon feels risky. From here, Napoleon's reign goes full Game of Thrones. He becomes more paranoid, holding public trials for traitors he accuses of helping Snowball. Spoiler alert, these trials are rigged. The accused animals confess to crimes they didn't commit, probably because they're scared out of their minds. Napoleon's dogs handle the executions, turning the once peaceful barnyard into a straight-up horror movie. Bloodbath doesn't even cover it. Meanwhile, the farm is falling apart. The animals are starving because winter hits hard, and Napoleon's leadership skills are questionable, to say the least. But instead of fixing things, Napoleon's out here flexing. He holds parades, gives himself new titles, and makes the animals sing songs about how amazing he is. It's the kind of cringe you'd expect from a wannabe dictator with a fragile ego. But the animals are too beaten down to fight back. They cling to Boxer's relentless optimism and work ethic, even as things get worse. Oh, and remember Beasts of England? Napoleon bans it, saying it's no longer relevant now that the rebellion's over. Instead, they get a new anthem that's all about glorifying Napoleon. Peak cult vibes. By the end of Chapter 7, the farm is spiraling. Napoleon's got all the power, the animals are suffering, and any hope of equality or freedom is basically dead. What started as a dream of liberation has turned into a dystopian nightmare, and the animals are too deep in survival mode to realize how far they've fallen. But you, the reader? You're watching it all go down like, man, this is not gonna end well. Stay tuned, it only gets wilder from here. So, Napoleon's the undisputed king of Animal Farm now, ruling with an iron hoof and zero chill. If this were a video game, he'd have unlocked all the Dictator achievements, Cult of Personality, Paranoia Max, and Manipulative Speech 101. At this point, Napoleon's got the animals so brainwashed they'd believe him if he said the sky was green. Life on the farm? It's rough, my dude. The pigs are living it up like they're running a VIP lounge, while everyone else is stuck grinding day in and day out. The commandments on the barn wall? Those things are basically patch notes now, constantly tweaked to fit whatever shady thing Napoleon wants to justify. Like, remember the rule no animal shall drink alcohol? Yeah, that one quietly gets an update to no animal shall drink alcohol to excess. Guess who decides what excess means? Spoiler alert, it's the pigs, and they're out here slamming whiskey like it's an Animal Crossing housewarming party. Meanwhile, Napoleon's paranoia is cranked up to 11. Every problem on the farm, bad weather, a broken fence, a hangnail? It's all Snowball's fault, apparently. Napoleon's got Squealer, his personal PR pig, spinning conspiracy theories 24/7. The animals are eating it up because they're too exhausted to think straight, and questioning Napoleon feels about as safe as stepping into a Dark Souls boss fight without armor. Then comes the Windmill Saga, Part 2. After the first windmill got yeeted by a storm, Napoleon makes the animals rebuild it. Except this time, they're even more tired, hungry, and demoralized. Boxer, the absolute MVP of the farm, is still out here carrying the team with his classic line, "I will work harder." If loyalty was a stat, Boxer would have maxed it out ages ago. Unfortunately, his health bar is looking dangerously low. While the animals are breaking their backs rebuilding, Napoleon's busy beefing with the human neighbors. Remember Pilkington and Frederick, those two shady farmers? Yeah, they're back. Napoleon starts playing them against each other like he's some kind of Machiavellian chess master. He sells a pile of timber to Frederick, thinking he's pulled a 200 IQ move. Turns out Frederick paid with counterfeit money. Counterfeit. My guy got scammed harder than someone falling for a fake crypto investment. Napoleon's rage is off the charts, and he declares war on Frederick like it's a battle royale grudge match. Frederick doesn't just take the L, though. He and his crew roll up to Animal Farm with guns and explosives, and boom, windmill number 2 gets destroyed. The animals are devastated. It's like spending months grinding for a legendary weapon only to have it nerfed into oblivion. Boxer leads the charge in the counterattack, and somehow, the animals manage to drive the humans off the farm again. But let's be real, the vibes are not victorious. The farm's a wreck, the animals are battered, and morale is scraping the bottom of the barrel. Boxer, who's been putting in max effort since day one, finally hits his breaking point. He collapses while working, his health bar officially depleted. The animals are heartbroken, but Napoleon? Oh, he's already plotting. He announces that Boxer's going to a hospital, but in reality, he sells him to a glue factory for cash. Yup. The purest, hardest working, most loyal animal gets betrayed like a throwaway side character in a grimdark anime. The other animals realize what's happening just as Boxer's cart pulls away, and they're devastated. Squealer, ever the spin doctor, gaslights them into thinking Boxer died peacefully in a fancy hospital bed. Sure, Jan. With Boxer gone, things on the farm hit rock bottom. The animals are working harder than ever, but they're constantly hungry and cold. Meanwhile, the pigs are living their best lives. They've got comfy beds, plenty of booze, and zero work on their to-do lists. At this point, they've fully embraced human behavior, even dressing up in clothes and walking on 2 legs. Yep, you read that right, walking on 2 legs. The moment the animals see Napoleon and his pig crew strutting around like bootleg humans, it's like the ultimate betrayal. Remember 4 legs good, 2 legs bad? Yeah, that's officially retired. The new chant is, 4 legs good, 2 legs better. Oh, and the commandments? Forget about them. They've all been wiped and replaced with one final rule, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Big oof. The animals are so beaten down they can barely process the irony. It's like they've been stuck in a nightmare they can't wake up from, and they're too tired to fight back. But the final nail in the coffin? Napoleon invites the humans over for a dinner party. Yes, the same humans they rebelled against. The animals peek through the farmhouse window and see Napoleon and the other pigs chilling with the humans, laughing and drinking like they're old buddies. The humans even compliment Napoleon on how efficiently he's running the farm, which is basically code for, wow, you've got your workers more exploited than we do. Napoleon, of course, eats it up. No shame, no remorse. As the animals watch, something horrifying happens. They can't tell the difference between the pigs and the humans anymore. Like, literally, the pigs' faces have morphed to look human. It's peak nightmare fuel, and the animals are left staring through the window, realizing that their rebellion was for nothing. The pigs have become the very thing they swore to overthrow. The story ends on this bleak, gut punch of a note, leaving you sitting there like, dang, Orwell really just said, trust no one.